honestly, I am absolutely beat down. Really, really am. And as you can see, the picture frame that I got from DeAgostini, I thought I had to do it. Abbey Road. Come on, guys. It's got the LP in it as well. It's not just the cover. The full thing is in there. So I think it looks kind of cool. So there you go. That's the one I put in there. That's the one I went with. Had to be, really. And as you can see back there, I got my stereo up here. We had a major move round downstairs. Wife bought this massive couch. So anyway, he's waffling. So anyway, today I get a chance to play the second Beatles album with the Beatles. Obviously this turned up last week. Literally haven't had a chance to play it, and as you can see it's still sealed. Really love that cover actually. It's kind of cool. Yeah. This was released actually 8 months after Please Please Me to the day. I mean, can you imagine what it was like to be a Beatle in 1963? I don't think they had a day off, you know. Full on. This has got 7 tracks written by Lennon-McCartney, one by Harrison, and the others were Beatle favourites, if you like, you know. So, quite looking forward to this. It does say stereo, but I do believe, obviously, they've done an original mono mix, but during the stereo mixing, the Beatles wasn't actually present for that. So let's open it, shall we? He's learning. With a bit of luck this week, guys, I'm going to try and get, this weekend, I'm going to try and get Anthology done too. So, I really want to play it. Cellophane bit. So here it is, like that. Parlophone, obviously. And it won't be long, first song. I don't think this had any hit singles on this. The front cover was by Robert Freeman. I think he done quite a few of the Beatles photos. Anyway, let's play this. Nice 180 gram jobby. Nice and thick. Let's see how she looks. Oh, look at that. How nice is that? No dust on that one. Just as well, I still haven't got my brush. Bloody useless I am. Hopefully this weekend, but I know I keep saying it. Every time I go out I completely forget. Anyway, so with the Beatles, I'll be right back after. A sequel to The Highest Order. That was absolutely fantastic. 33, just over half an hour of brilliant Beatles music, and it's certainly, you can feel like the progression after Please Please Me. Please Please Me is a fantastic album, as we all know, but this is a little bit more up tempo. Some great songs on here as well. Really enjoyed that on vinyl. And in this little room it sounded incredible. I didn't even have to have it up that loud. And bang, it was there. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Where do you start? I guess from the beginning. Right, so side 1 kicks off with It Won't Be Long. John's double track lead vocal on this song is given some neat close harmony backing from Paul and George. This song is structured in a similar way to Money, the song at the end of the album. in so much as John sings a statement style lyric and Paul and George reply with yeah, yeah. Fantastic, great song. Me and my brother Lee used to try and do It Won't Be Long, and we could never get that yeah, 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 yeah at the beginning. Never. Never mind. Right, then next up comes All I've Got to Do. Now this is a beautiful song, John's song. The recording started in an unusual semi-blues country beat, then it moves into a much faster pace before reverting to the earlier beat. John handles the lyrics perfectly, with Paul supplying harmonies and combination works extremely well. It's a beautiful song. And then number 3, All My Loving. The first Paul McCartney singing on this album. And this is now become a Beatles standard, you know. Everybody and sundry has done this, all different versions. I mean, All My Loving is a classic Beatles song. Next up is Don't Bother Me. Now this is the first George Harrison composition on a Beatles album. And I think it's really good actually. I quite like this one. And next up is Little Child. And the harmonies on this one was fantastic. I must admit, I do wish I had a mono button on my stereo, because a lot of people mention how the mono mixes sound so well. And yeah, I don't really want to fork out another whole load of money for the Beatles in mono. I know, but working man, you can't afford everything. But, something to think about anyway. Then after that is Till There Was You. This is not a Beatles song, but do you know the way Paul McCartney sings this? You could absolutely believe it was a Beatles number. It is beautiful. When I was playing it, I could hear the wife singing as well while she was downstairs. It's a lovely little number. It's a beautiful little ballad. Makes you feel good. And then next up is Mr. Postman. Now, I really like this version of it with a stop-start and John's awesome vocal on it. I think it was a Holland song. And then side 2 starts off with Chuck Berry's classic Roll Over Beethoven. And arguably, I think the Beatles definitely put their own stamp all over this. You know, definitely sounds proper rocky. Great song. And then next up is Hold Me Tight. The Paul McCartney singing with John and George doing some energetic backing. Fantastic. Another Lennon-McCartney. Great song. That was definitely, you could tell from the first album. Obviously they got the mix of the old standards that they like I said, but their writing, and they was flying by now, weren't they? And then next up is You Really Got a Hold on Me. Obviously a Smokey Robinson song, Smokey Robinson and the Miracle song, written by Berry Gordy. I think John does it beautiful. The harmonies, but John's heartbreak in the song was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, classic. And this is another thing about this album. You've definitely got a Motown stamp. You've definitely got a pop stamp. You've definitely got rock and roll, R&B, you know, bit of bluegrass. Amazing for the year. And next up is I Wanna Be Your Man. Now that is, I defy you, I'd sit still to it. It's such an up-tempo, jiggy, brilliant song. So much energy in it. Loved it. And then it changes pace. It dips into The Devil in Her Heart. And that sounded gorgeous too. George Harrison, lead vocal on this one. Beautiful. Then next up is Not a Second Time. Another Lennon-McCartney classic. Clever lyrics, beautiful harmonies, and some double track vocals. Terrific song. And last but by no means least is Money. John Lennon singing on this one, and like I said, it's got so much rasp to his voice, and the dun 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 dun. It's bloody fantastic stuff. I remember that song when I was a kid by a band called The Flying Lizards. Don't know if any of you remember that. A bit different, but yeah. So that was the last song, Money, on with the Beatles. Absolute beaut of an album, I've got to say. Yeah, really, really nice. That was definitely a half an hour well spent. So, and it sounded quite nice up here. So that was good. So yeah. So that was it for today, guys, really. Apart from, I noticed the other day, I'd passed 1,500 subscribers. I can't believe that many people would listen to me waffle. Amazing, amazing. Thank you all so much. I'm hoping to do the anthology over the weekend. I mean, I've got up here late now. I started this ramble earlier, but the granddaughter was round and she was on me and she wanted some attention, so obviously don't see it that much, so you got to do the thing. But I'm up here now doing it a little bit late. She's got to bed. But yeah, with the Beatles was wonderful. Really, really glad about this. Do you know what? When I started doing these rambles, I was saying I wasn't too bothered about these early albums so much. It's the more sort of like Rubber Soul onwards. I take that back. I take that back. As standalones, these are fantastic. Yeah, love them very much. And I'm really enjoying this collection now. It's just obviously the occasional hiccup with you know who. But I'm not going to slag them off this month. I've got the picture frame. They came on the 20th. I know it's a little bit late, but sorry guys, just work. And by the time I get in and do all this, and I was doing photo shooting a week, literally it's really, really difficult to get the time to do it. But I will pick up on that for sure. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.